This is a very strange comparison because we're comparing a tablet essentially to a controller. Either which way, let's dive in and get started. When it comes to range, this new RC Pro controller will destroy, and it's not really the tablet, it will destroy this controller that you have to mount the tablet to in terms of range. This one is limited. This one has the full range that DJI offers. It means even if you're flying closer to yourself but behind trees and buildings and stuff like that, you stand a better chance of not cutting out or losing reception with this controller versus the stock platform that just does not have the quality or the fidelity of strength that you need to penetrate the trees and buildings. This one is just much stronger. This one has less latency, therefore making it more responsive and an overall better tool for professionals and people who are serious about getting nice, tight, difficult shots. Mostly videographers, yes, photographers don't really fly through motions. They mostly fly up to things, position themselves and take shots. So if you're more along the photography aspect, the latency issue won't really bother you. But if you're more into video, you need that image to come back so your eyes can see as fast as possible with the least latency, the fastest response, the best range, and the cleanest fidelity available today. And that's what this offers, hands down. It also feels more ergonomic in the hands, so when you hold it, the buttons are easier to touch, to get to. They have separate wheels at the back here, so you have a separate control for your gimbal, a separate control for your zoom, so you can articulate both of those and use them to get any kind of finicky shots that you are looking for. This is DJI's all-in-one package. Some people call it the cheap controller that ships with every single drone. It just does not have the ability to zoom and to operate the gimbal at the same time. So take that into consideration. Even though it does feel kind of ergonomic in the hand, once you mount this tablet on here, it will either be center heavy or top heavy or bottom heavy. It just won't feel and give you the confidence that you need like flying with this controller. It is what it is. However, if you have a hard time seeing this screen right here, it doesn't matter what else this package offers you. Latency means nothing if you can't see this properly. So if you need that big screen real estate, then you will have to forego the other features that this provides and probably pick up something like this that will give you that real estate that you need to see. DJI unfortunately does not make an RC Pro with a bigger screen, so it's this or you're probably coming over to this for that huge real estate. Also take into consideration if you fly lots of other drones and not just DJI drones, then this might be a better solution for you as well. I fly my Inspire drone and I use this Tripltek tablet to fly it with, primarily because I can't fly it with this. It's just not available to fly with this. This one has no cables or anything to deal with, no mounts that can flop or shake or flop around or don't fit properly, or third-party things have to be purchased and strapped on or taken off when you're putting it away in your bag. No, this one you just remove the sticks, pack it away. This you have to deal with the mount. You'll have to deal with some sort of cable management over here because these cables might just not work. It's going to be too short, so you're going to have to come up with your own cable management system, a little bit of jerry rigging, which will, well, take longer to set up and possibly take up more storage in your bag. So take that into consideration if you're a light traveler as well. Second is the display, and the Tripltek definitely has it here. Not only is it bigger, that gives you more real estate, but it's also brighter at a whopping 1200 nits. This one only gets up to 1000 nits. However, 1000 nits is very good and possibly good enough for your outdoor flying. But I say, hey, brighter is brighter. Give me the brightest image possible. I'll take it. So that's definitely a big plus for the Tripltek. Next is battery life. If you're going out for a day of flying and you have 4 or 5 batteries, on a device like the DJI 2S, this particular drone right here, I'm pretty darn sure you will get 4 or 5 or maybe even 6 batteries, depending on how much sunlight you're exposed to, because it's the bright screen that really pulls the battery down. But I'm pretty sure you'll get 6 or 7 flights or battery packs out of this guy, which is really good. However, the battery life on this device is ballistic. I will leave this tablet on for weeks, maybe 3 weeks before I have to charge it if I don't use it. And if I'm using it a lot, it's probably going to give me a week and a half to 2 weeks before I have to charge it up. The battery life on this thing is straight up insane. However, remember that you're still dependent on your controller to fly. So you might have a ton of battery here, but if your controller itself dies, you're still back to square one, because you can't fly with just the tablet only. Fortunately, the battery life on this controller is decent as well. When it comes to convenience, we can't shy away from this. This is probably the most convenient setup for flying. However, this brings its own set of convenience. Even though this is convenient for flying, it's probably only convenient for flying one drone. It's probably only fast and easy to set up for one drone, maybe two, right? When compatibility and stuff presents itself. But that's about it right now. And serious flyers won't mind. They need specialized tools for specialized jobs. However, this convenience that this brings is an entire laundry list. You can use it on any single drone that you own. And if you're like me, you own all different types of brands, from the Autels to the 00 Robotics to the DJI, and the list goes on and on. FIMI, this will work with any drone that has an app on the Android Play Store. They're both running Android 10, and yes, you can download APKs and get the apps available on this, but you won't be able to control it with these. These controls will only work with the drones that DJI has it programmed to. This will work with pretty much any drone out there. So that's a huge convenience. However, this will fight back in terms of weight. It's a much lighter setup compared to this, and it's definitely more portable. But that's where this stops. This keeps going. This is a phone. You can use it to make phone calls. You can attach your Bluetooth device if you don't want to put this big thing to your ears. Yes, it is a phone. You can listen to music on it. Yes, you can listen to music on this, but I can't really see myself taking this on a trip. I can see myself taking this on a trip, using it as a nice display for Google Maps or Waze or something, or Pandora, playing music, linking it with Bluetooth in the car, that kind of stuff. This has much more storage compared to this, and it's much more versatile when it comes to being used for other applications, like browsing, like watching Netflix, and then you don't have to worry if you drop it. This thing is IPS rated, so it's dust and splash proof resistant. This is not. This as well can definitely take a fall. This is Gorilla Glass, and it's rugged, it's protected, nice construction, heavy feel. This can take a drop. I would not recommend you drop this. I wouldn't recommend you drop either, but this one will definitely survive where this one definitely won't. This can also run much more applications. Basically anything that you can download from the Android Play Store can run on this tablet, because it's a tablet. This it's running Android 10 too, and you can sideload applications in it using APKs if you can put your hands on them. But who really wants to be going around with this editing and editing photos in Lightroom and stuff, even though you could put Lightroom on here? I would prefer to edit on a much bigger screen. This just presents more value, plus the apps are easier to find, easier to download, because it does have the Play Store in it. This does not have access to a Play Store. So to sum things up, which one is better? As always, there is none that is better. This can work with all my cameras. I can use this as a camera display, to my Raven Eye connection, to any wireless camera connection. You can just take your filming to another level and get shots that you normally wouldn't get, or normally would not feel comfortable getting if you're flying with a setup like this. So I need both. For you, the case might be different. Nobody knows you like you. Nobody knows how you fly or how you intend to fly as time goes by and you practice and you progress. Nobody knows your eyesight like you. Nobody knows your money like you. So you will have to make the decision which one of these is right for you. This is definitely a bang for the buck option because of all the other things it can do. This is definitely a specialty option. And if you can afford both, then I highly recommend you get both. With that being said, make sure you hit up the comment section because there's lots of other pros and cons with these two devices that I might have missed. So go ahead and drop it in the comment section so other people can read. Do you own any one of these two devices, or are you planning to get one of these two, or do you own both? Let me know where your stance is in the comment section below as well. And make sure you give this video a huge thumbs up. Make sure you hit subscribe and hit the bell so you get notified when I release more types of videos like this. And I will catch you guys whenever I can. Make sure you become a Patreon, guys. Big benefits to Patreon. Get direct access to me. Any questions? I'm right here on Patreon. Support this channel, and there's benefits. Last Mini 2 went all the way to the UK.